This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. I think majority people joined in T&L also, trade and elastic session also. Some people joined here only finance, maybe. Okay. So let me recap what we have discussed. So actually, certainly it was you at like 2 minutes before 7 o'clock. So that is the reason I have stopped T&L session without intimating to anyone. Okay, there is a technical issue. Fine. Just give me a second. Okay. Let me save this file. April 22. So you are going to learn finance in this session. Microsoft Dynamics 365 F&O application. Okay, this is web-based application. This is web-based application. Earlier, the same application, the world names are, it is Accepta 4.0, AX 2009, and AX 2012. These are the different versions earlier. The same application, these are desktop applications. These are desktop applications. Okay, so from AX 2012 D365 application is changed. This is web-based application. This is desktop application. Okay, fine. Just give me a second. Okay, so these are desktop applications. This is web-based application. Okay, so definitely you can unmute and you can discuss with me. Whenever I'm speaking, please mute yourself. Whenever if you want to discuss with me, you can unmute and you can discuss. Okay, I'm making you mute all. Okay, so whenever if you want to discuss with me, you can unmute and you can interrupt any clarifications. Fine. So 5-10 minutes, I will brief about the way. Of course, many. Okay, so I will brief you about the demonstration whatever I have discussed last time, just for 5-10 minutes. So you are going to learn Microsoft Dynamics F&O. So for this, I will like what is the knowledge required means your 10th standard. If you have completed your 10th standard, that is enough for me to teach you. Okay, and for this I need your commerce knowledge. Even though you don't know any commerce knowledge, I will teach you those things. Debits and credits, I will discuss with you debits and credits in detail. Okay, domain knowledge means why, what, where, which, when. That means real-time scenarios. Everything is real-time scenarios only. I will explain on the notepad, I will explain on the paintbrush, then I will show in the system what I am going to teach you. Okay, and then how to operate, that is really required. And then ERP concepts, there are so many ERP concepts like ledger, subledger, enterprise level data, number sequences, fiscal calendar, all those things are enterprise level data. All those things are ERP concepts I need to teach you. little bit technical knowledge you need to understand, and interview techniques. All these things I will teach you. This is in my hand. And to get a job, you should have good communication skills. Good communication skills means you need to express your knowledge or your experience to the opposite person in a proper manner. Okay, then education qualification also required to get a job. Okay, of course, I have provided till now more than 500 people. I have trained more than 500 people. In that, around 2-3 members are their education is 10th only, and degree they have completed distance education. So they have not done regularly. Out of 500, around 3 people. So they are also got opportunity, and in the they are working in as a software engineer or a functional consultant, but they will not get opportunity in Infosys or TCS or Accenture because they don't have education certifications properly. They will work in small companies because they don't have a qualification. Okay, and practicing with the system and opportunity. These all are in your hands. It is not in my hands. It is in your hands to get a job. I will make sure you are going to become a strong in this area. Okay, the course duration is 2.5 months to 3 months. Okay, with this 2.5 months to 3 months, whatever I'm going to teach you, if you join as a fresher under 2.5 years, 3 years, whatever the knowledge you are going to gain, that much knowledge I'm going to deliver to you. Okay, so 6 to 7 is SCM or trade and logistics, and 7 to 8 is finance. Okay, it will be the course will be 2.5 months to 3 months. It may be extended based on the situation. Usually it is 2.5 months. If it is extended, if your people are asking me many questions, I'm ready to extend my session. I will not in a hurry to start a new batch. That is not my motto. Okay, first you are going to learn transactions, and then you need to learn all these things. Actually, you need to learn all these things: masters, submasters, setups, configurations, parameters. This is your task. But if you want to understand all these things, first you need to understand transactions. Then first I will teach you in existing company. Later on, after 1.5 months, I will create a new company. And I will show you all the setups one by one, what it is we need to do, and then transactions. So this is indirectly, it is a project work. If you are in a suppose if you are in in your final degree, whether it is a BTech or BCom or whatever it may be, this is a kind of project you are going to learn. Okay, so in my training there are many people. It is like frankly, if I'm speaking, 18 years person to 60 years persons also there. I need to cover all those things. Okay, so initially I will go very slowly. Means suppose if you want to learn a bicycle, you need to learn very slowly first. You need to make balance. Once you are balancing, once you are able to stand and start cycling, then slowly you can increase your speed, and you will go to like a bike, like a moped or bike, and then you will go to car. In the same manner, I will teach you slowly, very slowly. Okay, fine. Let me go to this modules. These are the modules. So 7 to 8 means this one, finance. In finance, you are going to learn general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash and bank, fixed assets, budgeting, tax, consolidation, revenue recognition, and credit and collections. These all are sub modules. And along with this one, some part you need to learn trade and logistics related. Okay, so this one is 6 to 7 session. This is trade and logistics 6 to 7 session, and this I will teach in the weekends, and this I will teach in the weekend. So one time I will teach this one, one time I will teach this one, one time I will teach this one. So in these weekends, this is weekends batches. This weekend batches like once you are either one you can learn, then only you can learn all these things. You cannot learn directly manufacturing. You cannot learn directly this one. You cannot learn directly this one. You cannot learn directly this one. So I will expert like I will teach finance. I will teach trade and logistics. These two are regular batches, Monday to Friday, and this is one time weekend. This batch, another one time this batch, and another one time this batch. I will not teach this one. So retail and e-commerce, I will not teach. Okay, I'm not expert in that area. I'm not expert in this HR and payroll. These two I will not teach. So I am expert in this area, some extent only, not completely. Okay, I will not teach this one. Okay, these are the modules. Fine. Now, so if you want to learn any ERP, this is an ERP. This is an ERP. It is called ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise means an organization, a business. You are planning using resources. Here resources may be human beings, sometimes it may be machinery, sometimes it may be tools. Okay, that is enterprise resource planning. Okay, fine. Give me a second. So organization chart I'm copying here. In trade and logistics I have discussed. Let me open this one in Paintbrush. So here you are going to join in a company called maybe Infosys or Accenture or any software company. So you are going to join in a software company. Wherever you are joining, that companies are called software companies. These software companies are also called Microsoft partner companies. Microsoft partner companies. But you need to imagine, if you want to learn ERP, not only this Dynamics ERP, any ERP, whether it is SAP, whether it is Oracle Apps or PeopleSoft, Dynamics, Tally, Wings, Focus, Bond, there are so many ERPs in the market. Microsoft Dynamics F&O is the fastest growing product. Okay, now if you want to learn any ERP, you need to imagine like you are running your business. This is your company. This is your company. What you are doing? You are purchasing material from the vendors. You are purchasing material from different companies. These companies are called vendors or suppliers. These companies are called vendors or suppliers. And you are purchasing material from this vendor, from this company to your company. This is called purchasing process or procurement and sourcing module. And you are selling material to the customers. So once you purchase, you are selling to different companies. These companies are called customers. So here there are 4 types of companies are there. One is software company, Microsoft partner companies. Another one is, this company is called client. This company is called client. Okay, so client, this company is called client, and these companies are called vendors or suppliers. These companies are called customers. Okay, you will purchase the material, you are selling the material. To purchase this material, we need to understand procurement and sourcing module. To sell this material, you need to understand sales and marketing and inventory management and procurement sourcing. Sorry, product information management. All these modules are part of T&L. All these part of T&L. Now you have purchased material. You have purchased material. So for that, I need to pay money. I need to pay money because I have received material. I need to pay money. So need to pay money. This need to pay money means you need to understand accounts payable module. So you are receiving invoice. You are going to receive invoice come from the vendor, because you are receiving material. For that you are going to do the invoice and you are going to do the payment. So invoice and payment. Invoice and payment. You need to understand vendor invoice, vendor payment. Because I need to pay money to the vendor. For understanding that one, you need to understand accounts payable module. And now I need to receive money from the customers. I need to receive money. So to understand about receiving money, we need to understand the module called accounts receivable module. Because I need to receive money. If you want to receive money, you need to understand accounts receivable module. You need to pay money, you need to receive money. So you are dispatching material, you are delivering material to the customer. So for that, I need to understand how to do invoicing to the customer, how to do invoicing to the customer, and how to receive money from the customer. So vendor invoice, you need to understand vendor invoice, vendor payment. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, and customer invoice and customer payment. Customer receipt, it is called actually customer receipt, but in the system it is called customer payment. Customer is paying money, so for that the customer payment. To be frankly, in India we'll use customer receipt. In India we'll use the word customer receipt, but in the system it is customer is paying money to me. That is the reason it is customer payment. So we need to understand vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. So accounts payable, accounts receivable. For payment, we need to understand accounts payable module. For receiving money, accounts receivable. To do these things, we need cash or bank. Money receiving, money payment means cash or bank. So we need to understand cash and bank management. Cash and bank management, you need to understand. Because you are doing through cash or bank, you are doing payments and receivings. And then after some time, I need to understand what is the profit, what is the loss. All these things you need to understand. That is general ledger. General ledger means it is how much amount, like I'm doing payment, how much amount I'm receiving, what is the net profit, what is the net loss, what is the gross profit, what is the gross loss. Everything should be calculated, trial balance and everything. That is general ledger. And one more module you are going to learn, fixed assets. Fixed assets. So here fixed assets means you will have like you are providing laptops to your employees. Laptop is a fixed asset. You will have a building, that is a fixed asset. You will have, you are arranging suppose cars to your company employees, then car is a fixed asset. And you are like maintaining cabins, that cabins is a fixed asset. So you need to understand fixed asset. Next, budgeting. Budgeting means how much amount I'm receiving, how much amount I need to spend as expenditure. I need to plan. Suppose my income is 10 lakhs and my expenditure is 20 lakhs, then it is my company is in a great trouble. I need to plan my expenditure using this budgeting. And then you need to understand one more module called taxes. Taxes. because how much amount I need to pay taxes, how much amount I need to collect from the customer, how much amount I need to pay to the government of vendors. Those things you need to calculate. For that, you need to understand tax module. And another module is consolidation. Consolidation is one more module you need to learn. Consolidation means if you have 4 companies, 5 companies, combine together all companies, what is the balance sheet, what is the profit and everything if you want to generate, then it is a consolidation. You are going to learn. Next one is credit and collections. One more module, credit and collections. You are going to learn. Okay, so accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash and bank, general ledger, fixed assets, budgeting, tax, consolidation, all these modules you are going to learn. One more module, it is revenue recognition. It is a small revenue recognition. I will discuss with you. Okay, all are small. So taxes, consolidation, credit and collections, revenue recognition are small modules. Major modules are accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash and bank, fixed assets, budgeting, general ledger. These are all major modules. So if you want to understand, so here thin layer now. So give me a second. So this is left side is trade and logistics. This left side, whatever you are understanding, it is trade and logistics. And right side, whatever it is there, finance. Okay. So left side it is trade and logistics, right side it is finance. Understood? Any questions? Anyone? Please unmute. Anyone has any concerns? Any are able to follow? Any questions? Okay, nothing. I think silent means it is nothing. Okay, fine. So if you want to understand finance, first you need to understand 4 transactions: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These 4 transactions you need to show. You need to understand. You need to understand these 4 transactions: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. So vendor invoice can be done in 5 different ways. One is invoice journal. One is invoice journal. Second one is purchase order to invoice. Second one is purchase order to invoice. Third one, pending vendor invoice. Fourth one, invoice register and then approval journal. Fifth one is invoice register and invoice pool. These are the 5 different ways we can do invoicing. One by one, you will understand slowly what is the purpose of all these things. 5 different ways. First, today I will discuss with you first one today, this one. Okay, later on after some time you are going to learn this one, and at last sessions we will discuss all these things later. So this one, invoice means this one. The first most important, the first one is this one. Invoice journal means without any item. Without any item, if you are doing invoice, then it is invoice journal. What do you mean? Suppose I am purchasing A4 stationery, A4 papers. If I am purchasing A4 stationery, that stationery I'm purchasing not for sales. This is for my employees. My employees, they want A4 stationery to take a printout. So I need to arrange these items I'm purchasing not for sales, then it is without any item. Suppose I'm purchasing water bottles. Why I'm purchasing water bottles? To accommodate my employees. I'm purchasing tissue papers for my employees. These are expense items. These are expense items. These are expense items. So I will purchase material to accommodate my employees. Water bottles, I need to provide water bottles to my employees. Then only they can work. A4 stationery, notepads, pencils, pens, I'm purchasing. This is not an item. This is only for my internal purpose. Suppose I'm purchasing laptops or I'm purchasing washing machines. I'm purchasing washing machines. I'm purchasing fans. Otherwise, I'm purchasing refrigerators. This is for sales. My business is purchasing washing machines, selling washing machines. Purchasing refrigerators, selling refrigerators. This is item. This means with item. So I need to capture the item details. How many washing machines I have purchased, how many I have sold, how many it is available, that is purchase order invoice. Okay, invoice journal means it is expense items I'm purchasing. Expense items I'm purchasing. Next, vendor payment means once you received material, I need to do the payment. That is vendor payment. Actually, there are so many different scenarios. Actually, only one scenario it is available, but within that one, in the system it is only one screen, but here it is 5 screens are there. This is only one screen, but there are 3 different ways we can do it. 3 different ways. Partial payment. Second one is settle against invoice. Another one is like proposal. Payment proposal. Okay, there are 3 options, 3 different scenarios. It will be there, different ways. And customer invoice, how many ways we can do? Means you are generating invoice to the customer. You are generating invoice to the customer. You are generating and you are giving invoice copy to the customer. That is customer invoice. Okay, so that is 2 different ways. One is free text invoice. Free text invoice. Second one is sales order invoice. Okay, once it is done, we need to collect money.
Satya, I think we can't hear you, I think.
There is a 1 minute. Am I audible now? Actually, there is a network issue. Can anyone unmute? Am I audible?
Yes, Satya, now you are
Unmute
clear.
and speak. Anyone?
Yes, Satya. Yeah, you are clear now.
Okay, fine. That's fine. So there is a gap. Yeah, that's fine. So actually, like 1 minute, there is a network issue. Okay, fine. So first, you need to focus on this 4: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. Okay, let me show you the first one: vendor invoice, invoice journal. How to do it? Let me show you in the system so that you can understand. Let me open the application. I'm sorry, actually, because of power issue, it was disconnected. Just give me a second. Let me open the application. What happened? Actually, power gone earlier. So all of a sudden, I'm sorry, there is a network issue. Suddenly it was gone. I'm not able to show this application from here today. Okay, we'll discuss. I will resolve this one after 15-20 minutes. Like tomorrow, I will show you the application. First, let us discuss on vendor invoice. If it is a vendor invoice, what is going to be debited, what is going to be credited? Okay, to understand vendor invoice, debits and credits, first thing you need to understand golden rules. This is rules, golden rules. Give me a minute. Golden rules. Can anyone speak golden rules? Anyone? Do you have any idea? Golden rules? Anyone, please unmute.
Personal.
Come again. Yeah.
Personal
again.
nominal.
Personal, nominal,
Real.
and real. Okay. So what is this personal? The rule.
Debit the receiver,
Personal.
credit the giver.
Personal. Can anyone repeat once again?
Debit the receiver, credit the giver.
Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Credit the giver. Next, nominal.
Debit all expenses.
So first I will write debit all expenses. All expenses are losses.
Credit all incomes
Credit all incomes
and gains.
and gains. Yeah. Real.
Debit what comes in. Credit what goes out.
Debit what comes in. Credit what goes out. Okay, fine. So how to apply this one? How to apply? Look at this one. The receiver, he who is receiving material, customer. So while doing customer invoice, debit the receiver means customer will be debited. Customer will be debited means while doing customer invoice, customer will be debited. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is giving material? Vendor. So vendor account credit. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So debit the receiver. The receiver means material is receiving by customer. This is the receiver. And credit the giver means vendor credit. Because these are giver. We are receiving material. Actually, the giver, who is giving material? Vendor. To whom we are like the debit the receiver means the material is receiving. The material is receiving by the customer. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Okay. Here, what comes in, what goes out. So comes in, money is coming in. Money is coming in from where? From where? Through bank. Okay. So I'm receiving money. I'm receiving money from the customer. So here in this one, receiving, what comes in? So debit the cash or bank account. Cash or bank account, it is debit. Look at this one rule. Debit means what comes in. From the bank, I will receive money. How I can receive money? When the customer is doing payment. So if customer is paying money means I'm receiving money from the bank. So while doing customer payment, our cash or bank account will be debited. This is what comes in. Money is coming in. That is cash or bank debited. That means while doing customer payment, so here cash or bank account will be debited. What goes out means money is going out. When money will go out? Whenever I'm doing vendor payment. While doing vendor payment, money is going out. So here in this one, my cash or bank account will be credited. Whenever you are doing vendor payment, my cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. That's what it is. What goes out? Money is going out. So at the when it is going out, during vendor payment. During vendor payment, cash or bank decreasing. The first one is personal account have applied, real account have applied. Next, nominal. All expenses are debit. So whenever you are purchasing expenses, here purchase expenses debit. Purchase expenses debit. Expenses are debited and revenue or incomes are credited. So at the time of invoice, I am getting revenue. It is to revenue account credit. So look at this one now. At the time of vendor invoice, expenses account data to vendor account credit. So how can I remember? The giver, material giver. Here the giver means you can apply, of course in the rule it is not there. The material giver, you can apply like this. the material giver, the material receiver, the material giver. If you apply, you can easily understand. The giver means material giver. Vendor is giving material. That's what vendor account credit. And expenses account debit, because all expenses are debit. So at the time of vendor invoice, purchase expenses account debit to vendor account credit. At the time of vendor invoice, purchase expenses account debit to vendor account credit. Expenses debit is this nominal account, and here the giver, it is the material giver is credit. Okay, vendor payment. Next one is vendor payment. So what you are doing, your cash balance or bank balance will be decreasing. That is this one. What goes up? Okay, customer invoice. Customer invoice. Customer invoice. Here, customer account data to revenue account credit, how it is means the actually here the material receiver, who is receiving material? Customer. The receiver, the material receiver is customer account data to revenue account credit means incomes are gains are credit. Okay, next, customer payment. Customer payment. Here, so if you apply this one, what comes in? Money is coming in. Here, what comes in means you can remember like money for understanding purpose. Here it is material. Just for understanding purpose, I'm adding. There is no like this, but if you understand, if you apply this logic, it will be easy for your mind. So what goes out means money is going out. At that time it is credit. So if it is a vendor payment, money is going out. If it is a customer payment, money is coming. So cash or bank account debit. So here from the cash it is credit, vendor account debit. And here cash or bank you are receiving and customer account. A very simple four transactions you need to understand. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. So during invoice you need to remember like the material giver or receiver. If it is a receiver, the material receiver, you can do debit. If it is a giver, it is credit. And expenses, all expenses debit, all incomes are credit. Incomes are revenues. And for payments, what comes in, what goes out? Comes in means from the customer, the money is coming. To the vendor, money is going out. My cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. So you need to remember money. Understood? Any questions here? So at least 1 week, I will discuss with you these 4 transactions: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. If you are already commerce background people, you can understand easily, I know. But if you are non-commerce people, you cannot understand in one shot. I will repeat the session for at least 1 week, 10 days, so that you can understand. So that's why I told you in commerce, in finance, you are going to learn commerce knowledge. So if you are clear about debits and credits, that is enough. If you are clear about debits and credits, that is enough. You can easily understand all these transactions. So whether I need to remember logically, whether I need to remember by heart, whatever the way, first I will discuss with you 1 week the same topic, so that you can remember permanently one by one. If not, if you are not able to remember, you need to by heart. So without this knowledge also, there are many people in the market, finance consultants. There are many people, they don't know about this one. Finance people there are finance consultants. But I don't want my student who learned from me, they should be very strong in this invoicing. I'm going to say debits and credits. Okay. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These 4 transactions you are going to learn at least 1 week, 2 weeks, something you are going to learn initial first 2 weeks. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer. Any questions, team? Anyone?
Sir, I have a question.
Any questions?
Let's take.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Can you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to understand some in detail. For example, if we take example of a customer invoice, customer account is debited. That means customer account balance is getting minus customer account.
So
customer invoice.
So okay, you can understand now. Yeah. So good. Actually, good for collecting this one. So remember, debit means positive. Debit means for science graduates positive. Credit means negative. Credit means negative. So this is fine. This is fine. Here it is a confusion.
Yes.
Debit means it is positive and negative. Tomorrow I'm going to teach you this one. Tomorrow I'm going to teach you, but let me show you because you have initiated. Just give me a minute. So chart of accounts I will discuss with you tomorrow in detail. I will discuss with you. Sorry, not this one. Tomorrow I will discuss with you in detail this one, chart of accounts. So debit means positive, credit means negative. Credit means negative, but here P&L side, you should, in the balance sheet side, more positive should be there, and P&L side, more negative should be there. Okay, what is this chart of accounts in detail? Tomorrow I will discuss with you in detail, positive and negative. Okay, it is too early to understand. It will not finish in 5 minutes. Debits means positive, credit means negative. In this personal account and real account, more debits should be there. More debits means your company is in a great position, and nominal accounts, more credit should be there. Means here the profit will be represented in negative. Profit will show negative. This is the confusion to commerce people a lot. For commerce people, they will confuse a lot. Here it is, loss is showing positive. Loss is showing positive. Profit is showing negative in nominal side. It is opposite person, opposite side. What it means for mathematics people, suppose example x plus something is equal to y. then x equal to y, this plus something will become minus. Agree? This is balance sheet side. This is profit and loss account side. So tomorrow I will give you more insights about this positive and negative in detail. Tomorrow we'll discuss positive and negative. Of course, this is a commerce, but I will discuss with you tomorrow in detail about positive and negative. So many people, here it is in this personal accounts, more positive should be there rather than more negative. Whereas real accounts also more positive should be expected rather than more negative. But here more negative it is should be there. Incomes and gains. Incomes or gains or profit is showing negative. And expenses is showing positive. This is the area many people, commerce people will confuse a lot. There is a lot of confusion. Okay, I will explain you this one tomorrow in detail so that you can understand. Okay, yeah. Any more questions, team? Anyone? Any more questions?
Sir,
Yeah, Vinay.
sir, this one is first class, right, sir?
Yeah, first session only. First session only. This is the first session.
Okay. Sir, whatever you are explaining, this one is accounts payable or general ledger, sir?
So I'm showing now invoice and payment, accounts payable and accounts receivable. Have you joined in the very first, means 7 o'clock only?
No,
Have you
sir,
joined at 7
after
o'clock, Vinay?
after 10 minutes,
That's
sir.
what you need to understand.
Yes.
So invoice and payment, vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. I'm discussing this one. So accounts payable and accounts receivable.
Okay, sir.
I'm discussing about accounts payable and accounts receivable. First, we need to understand the business. So if you you can ask your institute to share the video recording session. They will give you. You can go through that video recording session for today.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Any more questions, team? Anyone? If nothing, then we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time. So today and tomorrow, everyone can join for both trade and logistics and finance. Both trade and logistics and finance, you can join for both sessions. From tomorrow, you need to pay by tomorrow evening. You need to pay the fee. Then only will be allowed from the Wednesday. Okay, fine. I'm stopping here for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow, same time. See you all.
Hello. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Harish, are you speaking something?
Yeah. This is AX technical, right?
Yeah, Harish.
Without basic coding
No,
knowledge.
it is Dynamics AX functional.
Oh, functional.
Not technical. Not technical, functional. So this is functional. Finance, T&L.
Yeah.
This is functional, not technical. It's not a technical course. Okay, Harish.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. Any more questions? Yeah. Any more questions, team? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. We'll connect once again tomorrow. See you all. Bye bye. Inventory module is finance. Not in finance. It is in T&L. GIA. It is in T&L. So this is trade and logistics. Okay, GIA. It is inventory module. Inventory management is a trade and logistics. 6 to 7 session. And finance is this one. Okay, fine. Okay, see you all. Bye bye.